The choral conducting program of the Yale Institute of Sacred Music and Yale School of Music prepares students for careers as professional conductors in many contexts, particularly educational, civic, and church settings. Students are expected to expand their musicianship skills and develop the broad knowledge of repertoire required of conductors. They have many opportunities to conduct at Yale and to observe as they sing in one of the many ensembles supported by the Institute.
When we look for students, we're looking for students with that creative musical imagination that can allow them to look at a piece of music, take it off the page, and into the ears of the listening audience. First and foremost, the conducting students are music school students. So they meet all of the entrance requirements and all of the exit requirements for the music school. And they take all of the classes that are required to get the degree. Then the beauty of being an institute student is that they are required to take advantage of all of these other things that enrich their education.
I think probably what I've always wanted to do is to find the very best musicians to start off with, not necessarily the best conductors when they arrive in the program. Anybody can wave their hands around. Somebody says that a banana can conduct, but we have to be sure they can hear and they can analyze what they're hearing and they can digest that and then encourage their singers to, or their players, to be more aware of what they're doing. For me particularly, one of the great things about ISM is it's doing its very best, and we're doing our very best to maintain the highest standards in sacred music. It can be very intense, and to people who've not experienced this sort of music before, it can be very uplifting. So in a way, I think that's part of our message, and in the other disciplines within the ISM, it's the same idea. You're trying to do everything to the very highest standard and avoid the lowest common denominator factor wherever you possibly can. We must teach technique, and technique is very important. We've got to be able to create effects with our hands and communicate with our musicians. But in the end, the music we produce has to be inspiring in one way or another. One of the great things within this community, we just draw a little circle around Yale and stretch it slightly. You've got a great range of wonderful spaces for choirs of all kinds. And so you can almost choose the building to suit the music of the occasion. And I think that's a great extra benefit of being here at Yale.
The other thing that is unique is Yale University itself. We have an extraordinary music school, we have an extraordinary music department with musicologists and theorists, and we have unbelievably good libraries, so that they can take advantage of the whole of the university as well as the very specific individual teaching that they get.
Students who study music at the Institute learn the historical, theological, and liturgical roots of the music they perform. Through enrollment in classes and colloquium, they learn to better understand and appreciate the variety of artistic and musical traditions at the very core of religious communities of the world.
We try to sort of bring all of those strands together, so when they've had their 2 years here, if they're doing the master's program, they've absorbed not only everything that the ISM stands for, which is a whole mixture of music, worship, and the arts, as our logo says. So they're fully developed in all those areas, and they understand the importance of every part of it, but also that they have learned to become confident in themselves and to inspire others to be master musicians. He or she is very aware of a wide range of music, not just choral, and it's sort of already ticking away in their system. It's waiting to burst out.
The students are bright, they're courageous. They will take on Previn, Honey and Rue, and the Barber Prayers of Kierkegaard, and you can only say, go, jump as high as you can. And we try to give them the tools to do it, and you can only, as a teacher, learn from that.
It's the music making, but at all the various levels of it. are so powerful, particularly they're set in a certain way, and then the music setting, and then the singing and the acoustic. And I find it very difficult not to be rather overwhelmed, actually.
In addition to conducting university choruses, performing in ensembles, and individual instruction with a choral conducting faculty, students attend a weekly seminar and have the opportunity to work with visiting guest conductors like Krzysztof Penderecki, Sir David Wilcox, and Sir Neville Mariner. Choral conducting students at the Institute who are aiming for careers as parish musicians may also elect to pursue the Church Music Studies curriculum. There's more information about the Institute and its programs on our website. An application for admission is also available online. Or give us a call at 203-432-9753 to arrange an appointment or to talk with our admissions office. We hope you enjoyed your online tour and that we'll be able to welcome you here in person for a visit or as part of the unique interdisciplinary community that is the Yale Institute of Sacred Music.